In the latter half of the 18th century, a world brimming with colonial power struggles and revolutionary fervour, a man rose from obscurity to etch his name in the annals of naval history. This man was none other than John Paul Jones, a figure of great importance in the maritime history that would shape the course of civilizations. Born amidst the bustling landscapes of Scotland in the year of 1747, he was the son of a humble gardener. Yet, the young lad was not destined for a life immersed in the earth. Rather, he was to become a child of the sea. John Paul Jones was born into an era teeming with Enlightenment thinking, a period of history that cherished reason, individualism and skepticism towards traditional authority. This intellectual and philosophical movement that deeply pervaded Europe created an environment ripe for political upheaval and maritime expansion. Growing up in these transformative times, Jones was deeply influenced by the democratic ideals and the notions of liberty that were beginning to take root in Western society. From a tender age, the sea called to John Paul. It was an irresistible allure that he could not ignore, a siren's song that promised adventure and freedom. It was the vast, indomitable ocean that offered him an escape from the mundane. And so, at the tender age of 13, young John Paul found himself apprenticed to a shipmaster, embarking on a journey that would forever alter the course of his life. His early experiences aboard ships were instrumental in honing his skills, shaping his character, and fueling his ambitions. The rolling waves became his classroom, the ship his home, and the crew his family. He learned the art of navigation, the language of the wind and the rhythms of the sea. Every voyage was a lesson, every storm a test, and every sunrise a chance to start anew. John Paul Jones's first taste of command came under dire circumstances when a ship's captain and first mate both succumbed to fever. Amidst the fear and chaos, it was young John Paul who stood at the helm. His heart raced, his palms sweated, but his spirit remained unbroken. He stepped up, shouldered the responsibility and seized control. He became the beacon of hope for a terrified crew, the North Star guiding them through the storm. Despite the tragedy, he navigated the crew safely back to port. It was a harrowing experience that tested his courage, his determination and his leadership. Yet, he rose to the occasion, proving not only to his crew but also to himself that he possessed the mettle to command. This pivotal event was a testament to his burgeoning leadership and maritime skills. It was a moment of triumph that marked the beginning of an extraordinary journey for John Paul Jones, a journey that would etch his name indelibly in the annals of naval history. In the mid-1760s, a man decided to adopt the surname Jones. In doing so, he created a new identity under the name John Paul Jones. A simple decision perhaps, but one that marked the beginning of an extraordinary life. Jones was not content with a predictable life, and soon he set sail for the American colonies. As he made his journey across the vast Atlantic, he carried with him a sense of destiny. Once in the American colonies, Jones found himself drawn into a world of political unrest and revolution. The colonies were a hotbed of rebellion and defiance against the British Crown. The winds of revolution were beginning to stir. They were pulling people from different walks of life into the vortex of a brewing storm. Jones, a man born on the other side of the Atlantic, was no exception. He found himself increasingly drawn into the fray, his destiny intertwined with the fate of a new nation. As tensions escalated and the American Revolution broke out, Jones found himself in a unique position. This was not just another conflict, but a chance to make a significant impact. Jones quickly seized the opportunity to command a new fleet. His first command was the Providence, a ship that would prove to be a significant stepping stone in his career. Under his leadership, the Providence saw some success, playing a crucial role in a number of naval battles. But it was aboard the Ranger where Jones truly left his mark. The Ranger was a ship unlike any other. Under Jones's command, it became a symbol of rebellion and resilience. In 1778, Jones led an audacious raid on the British port of Whitehaven. This daring feat stunned the English crown and boosted the morale of American revolutionaries. It was a turning point, not just in the war but in Jones's life. His courage and audacity inspired his fellow sailors and ignited a spark of hope in the hearts of the American colonies. Later that same year, in the Battle of Flamborough Head, Jones displayed his defining character. Aboard the Bonhomme Richard, he engaged the mighty British warship Serapis. This battle was a fierce and bloody encounter that tested the mettle of every man on board. When asked to surrender, Jones uttered the immortal words, "I have not yet begun to fight." These words echoed across the vast expanse of the sea, a defiant challenge to the superior British forces. In the face of overwhelming odds, Jones emerged victorious. His victory was not just a military feat, but a symbol of American resilience and determination. He became more than a naval officer. He became a beacon of hope and defiance in the face of adversity. Ultimately emerging victorious, Jones became a symbol of American resilience and determination. After the war, Jones served as an admiral in the Russian Navy, but he eventually retired to Paris, where he lived out his final days. He passed away in the year 1802, and with him, a chapter of nautical brilliance was closed. John Paul Jones wasn't just a naval hero, but an embodiment of relentless valor and audacity. He was an emblem of that indomitable spirit that was instrumental in sparking the flames of the American Revolution. His audacity wasn't born of arrogance, but of an unshakable belief in the cause he stood for. He was bold because he was fearless, but because he understood the stakes and was willing to risk it all. His courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over he dared to venture where others hesitated. And in doing so, he etched his name in the annals of maritime history. Jones's tactical brilliance wasn't just mere luck or chance. It was the result of meticulous planning, strategic thinking, and a deep understanding of naval warfare. His exploits weren't just tales of adventure, but a testament to his strategic acumen, his ability to outmaneuver his adversaries, outthink his enemies, and snatch victory from the jaws of defeat. In the heat of battle, his quick thinking and decisive actions turned the tide in favor of his forces time and again. His influence on the formation of the US Navy is beyond measure. His daring exploits, his strategic genius, and his unwavering resolve laid the foundation upon which the US Navy stands today. His contributions helped shape the ethos of a new nation, his ideals reflected in the principles that guide the US Navy even today. His life, marked by adventure, courage, and unwavering resolve, is an enduring testament to the power of determination. John Paul Jones, often celebrated as the father of the American Navy, is a figure whose legacy continues to reverberate in the maritime world. His influence isn't just limited to the strategies employed in naval warfare, but extends to the values he embodied. The values of courage, determination, and audacity that he espoused continue to inspire military leaders today. His life is a shining example of the heights one can reach with hard work, resilience, and an unyielding spirit. In the annals of history, many names fade with the passing of centuries. But some, like John Paul Jones, remain eternally etched, their stories a beacon for future generations. His life and adventures serve as a timeless reminder that, with courage and determination, one can indeed change the course of history, a testament to the human spirit's resilience and the relentless pursuit of greatness. His life and adventures serve as a timeless reminder that with courage and determination, one can indeed change the course of history.